That was a success. Okay, so. Whoa! We have leather jacket of piss. +1 drama, no fucks given. Wait, I'm a detective? A leather jacket that quite recently belonged to a young man who possessed some intimate knowledge on the human condition. It has his nom de guerre written on the back. It's quite a statement. And then leather jacket, fuck the world. +1 half-light, darkening world, but -1 rhetoric, inelegant statement. A leather jacket that quite recently belonged to a hoodlum who understood love for what it really is. It has a hoodlum's nom de guerre written on the back. It's quite a statement. I do like that jacket. It's nice. Yeah, okay. Now it seems like the beanie doesn't really fit anymore, but I haven't found a good like replacement for the hat yet. You know, like that doesn't. Yeah, it might be the glasses as well. Actually, now that I think about it, change the glasses out. I guess so. That's okay. All right, and then let's put our tools back in. Put the pry bar on. But yeah, overall, that was a success.
You finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous?
Damn right, I'm dangerous.
You are very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. In fact, no one dares to say a single thing about the jacket. But believe me, they are all very impressed.
As they should be. Alright, well, let's go ahead and make a save to make sure I don't lose these jackets. Because they are, again, you know, it's useful to have more clothes to be able to, you know, change up what you're wearing for certain skill checks. But also, sometimes you just kind of want to make a statement. So, Fashion Elysium is a thing. Oh, also, I just realized as well, the reason why, way back when, I took morale damage for asking the motor carriage, where have you been? It's because it was referring to the motor carriage that I crashed, not mine, and not Kim's. So, yes, that's why I got a game over at that point. But that was a long burn, wasn't it? Ugh, okay. Oh. Hello! Do I want to talk to these guys? Ooh. There's a lot of people around here. Do I want to talk to Vikma while I'm drunk? Sure, why not?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He shakes his head, like looking like he really is trouble believing this shit. So, Esprit de Corps to Cordial Station, she's with him. Let's talk about the Hanged Man again. So, Esprit de Corps. Let's see if we can
trying to get
that.
Can he even see through those glasses?
Oh, yes. He's too busy furiously squinting at you, trying to get a good picture of your jacket, no doubt. Can he even see through those glasses? Yeah. Alright, so Esprit de Corps. I think we have a few that we can increase with that. The interfacing. So the jacket. RCM Commander's jacket. Anything else for Esprit de Corps? Yeah. The patrol cloak. Yeah, alright. Let's try and do this check.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From where? Another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the...
He pauses.
To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
41st, 57th, 69, 9,999,999,999.9th. Never mind, this is stupid. Is it the 41st by any chance?
Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
He gives you a long, meaningful look and adds...
Somewhere good.
Let's talk more about that hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned.
Okay.
The hypothetical 4-1. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy, you're not busy, let's just play around. So what would our relationship be in this alternate universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Partners? Oh, okay. Partners in crime, or... You seem like a cool guy, I'd love to have you as my partner. You seem like a bit of a drag, no offense, but I could do better. Kim's cooler than you. Ooh. I was gonna say, oh yeah, if you come out, you could be a cool partner, you know? Obviously, partners in crime doesn't work for being a police officer, and you don't want to say he's a drag. I could do better. I kind of want to say Kim's cooler than you, and I'm going to say it.
I'm sure he's fucking flattered, but Kim is not part of this thought experiment. In this one, we're partners.
Okay, fair enough.
Lieutenant is silent.
You seem like a cool guy. I'd love to have you as my partner.
Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind. Partner.
Okay, actually, you would probably cramp my style. No, you wouldn't cramp my style at all. Actually, I shouldn't have called you my partner. Kim's my partner. He's going to know. I mean, again, the way I've been playing this game is kind of, yeah, Kim's around, but it's not really made that much of a difference to how I would be playing without him, you know? The only thing we've done without Kim really is get the speed from Kuno's dad. Yeah, I should have called you my partner. Kim's my partner.
I'm not your partner. This union is temporary.
Aww,
A
Kim.
little premonition for you, Lieutenant. Sooner or later, probably sooner, your new friend tells you he doesn't need you. He will then suggest you should fuck off.
Maybe.
When that happens, I suggest you take his advice.
He adds
The
bitterly.
lieutenant merely bows his head in response.
Let's
Who
be
else we
crazy.
get?
Let's say you and I are would you
Soon
now,
cool
or
guy.
maybe cramping your style?
You wouldn't cramp my style.
Okay. How about you stop wasting my time and get on with whatever you were doing then?
Sure. Do you have a crime to solve?
Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
I can't tell if this is sarcasm.
This isn't helping.
She says, shaking her head and looking at the man with sunglasses disapprovingly. Who else is in our imaginary police station?
You're not going to believe this, but police officers.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock.
What about at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lung.
Who is the far-out son of Lung?
Oh, it's you, you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Want to tell me more about him or her?
Not even a little bit.
Alright.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
How would you know that, Kim?
Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
I can't imagine it anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
His grey eyes suddenly flash above the glass frames. They feel sad. Let's talk about the hangman again.
Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
He was shot and
You think
hanged?
he was hanged as a cover-up? Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Why am I
I
telling
don't know.
you?
oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
Okay, I guess that's it.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right?
I know, super weird. I guess it was kind of weird, yes. No, this whole interaction was perfectly normal. Frankly, I'm way past caring or wondering. I know, super weird.
There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at. But still.
I was thinking the same thing. I should just ask him if we're from the same station. It's impossible. I don't want to waste my time. I think we already just went through this. I could just ask him.
Yes, Just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Look, I have to ask, are we from the same police station?
I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say?
Okay, yeah, probably not. I don't remember you from anywhere. See, this is the thing. He's wearing a disguise. So, I can play this totally straight and say, probably not, I don't remember you, because he is not supposed to look the way that he's supposed to. Probably not.
God fucking shit.
He pinches the root of his nose.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
Let's go
I'm
through it
going
again.
Okay.
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Yeah, you know, that wasn't going to go anywhere.
Okay, I was clearly wrong.
Yeah.
He is
All right. All right. Well, let's go ahead and put our cool jacket back on. Where's it gone? There it is. Okay. Maybe it's the scarf that's causing the mismatch in the horrific necktie is not great. Ooh. The scented scarf is alright, actually, because it's not actually viewable. It's getting covered by the shirt. But I like having no... But then it taking away physical instrument is... it's at 4. I guess that's not too bad. But again, I'm just doing it because I don't like the look of it, so let's do that. Alright, let's talk to the woman.
Yes? What is it?
Look, something is really bugging me. Are we from the same police station or
God
not?
damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
He looks at you apologetically.
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
Are you working
Well,
class?
raising 2 children and half a husband on a patrol officer's wage? Yes, I guess I am working class.
Cool, I am too.
Okay.
He's not convinced. Alright, let's leave them be. Let's go and talk to Lena. Lena.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am. It was a truly epic long-distance trek. It was just in my way while I was working the case. I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now. I was kind of just doing my job to try and find him.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is an antique. Quite special.
8-eyed Teratorn tie.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
You never told me you've seen the phasmid, and suggestion check of medium 11. Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids. You never told me you'd seen the phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Sure I do.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
Measuring things is important. How did she get the size?
How indeed.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5 and a half in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
Betancourt got bombed in the war. It used to be quite near, circa 20 kilometers from here.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it.
She had no fear, just surprise.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour. How some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. You're on a date?
Our first, yes.
The old woman looks at her husband tenderly.
Glance is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express, even to him. Interesting.
Its limbs are white?
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
What if it is the case?
Maybe you imagined it, Lena.
How could she? Who imagines this? She didn't know about the phasmid. This is the main thing here, what makes it a confirmed sighting. She had no previous knowledge of the insect.
So she couldn't have made it up, or imagined it.
That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena,
He lowers her voice, imitating a boy.
you trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. They just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it.
Kim, what do you think of this?
I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am.
He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile. That's kind of condescending. Thank you for sharing this with me.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
Okay, so we have a suggestion check, but I can actually make that a little bit easier for myself. So let's go ahead and have a look, first of all, at the tie. 8 tied Terratorn tie. +1 Inland Empire and +1 Volition, Octopal Vision, and Cryptid Protection. A slender bolo tie held together by an antique clasp in the shape of a bird skull. Skull features 8 cavities for eyes. It's disturbing, but you can't look away. Ooh. I quite like that. I'm going to keep that on. I like it better than the silk scarf, though. But the other thing is that because I have a thought that can take away... What is it? Finger pistols? Yeah, empty hand slots give +1 suggestion. So, my suggestion is currently 2. So if I take off the bag, my suggestion goes to filter. If I take off the pry bar, suggestion goes 3. So both hands have to be empty. Okay. But now the suggestion check will be a little bit easier.
So nice to see you again.
Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey, Lena, I'd like to hear some of the cryptids you've studied. Could you tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
Your husband's right next to you.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
Cryptid extravaganza? I like the sound of that.
And I don't. Just one.
Or he'll be disappointed in you.
Oh no! Actually, that could cause morale damage, but I don't care. I've got a lot of morale to spare.
Ooh, tough choice there.
Ooh. Okay. Is this bird a cryptid? Point to the tie she gave you. What's the biggest cryptid? What's the tiniest cryptid? What's the most dangerous cryptid? Are there any invisible cryptids? This has been educational, but we need to discuss something else. Is the bird a cryptid?
No. It's the cryptid.
Wow, the cryptid?
Oh, yes.
A small silvery skull shines between your fingers, its beak sharp. Okay, what is this bird?
The eight-eyed teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said. Until...
Mutation? All of evolution is a mutation.
Until
it was cited by renowned Gottwaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21.
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty. But, of course, you are not all-knowing.
I need to hear about this sighting.
It happened on a botanical expedition into the vast and unexplored Oamrau Canyon in southeast Ilmara. Dr. Plattenkalk got separated from his group during a sandstorm.
Okay, and Uamarau is?
The world's largest canyon system, sweetie. It's a barren waste east of the Erg Desert, an ancient riverbed completely dried up.
What happened?
Alone in the blasted desert heat, the doctor wandered eastward, where man hasn't stepped foot in over 1,000 years. Since the fall of Pericarnassus, he was lost, without any navigation equipment and desperately low on water. After a day or two, he noticed a bird high in the noon sky. A great black bird, it seemed gargantuan. Every now and then, the bird would dive down to feed on an animal carcass somewhere on the horizon. But by the time Uwe got there, the teratorn had taken off already, and the carcass was picked clean. This happened many times.
Eat the bird. Uwe. It's the only way to survive.
He was following it, it followed him. I understand he started hunting it. Okay. It doesn't seem like the bird was hunting him, and I don't think he was hunting it. So, yeah, he was following it.
Yes, or rather, hunting. A bird that big has a lot of blood in it, and he was dying of thirst. For many days, Dr. Plattenkalk followed the teratorn until they reached a great canyon wall where the bird finally landed to rest. The professor climbed up there with a rock in his hand. He found the bird sleeping with his head tucked under its wing, a great black pile of feathers on the perch. So he approached, slowly squeezing the rock in his fist.
Watch out.
Then the teratorn suddenly looked at him. He could see it had 8 eyes, 4 on either side of its skull, like a spider. And the man couldn't move. He was paralyzed, frozen into place with the rock in his hand. Whatever he did, he could not get closer to the bird.
Why?
The bird was controlling his mind. It kept him from approaching. He could step back, but every time he stepped forward, paralysis. Uva spent 3 days trying until the bird flew away.
Hold on, how did he survive to tell the story?
The 8-eyed Tetatorn was indifferent to him, as long as he didn't get closer than 2 steps. It even let him feed on some carcasses up there, and the 2 unfertilized eggs it left behind.
This sounds too specific to be made up. An 8-eyed, mind-controlling bird, fuck yes, come on, or no way. Nah, fuck yes.
Absolutely, sweetie. Cryptozoologists have been tracing it ever since, but Wamrao is vast, mysterious, and holds many secrets.
Modern radar telemetry shows great promise. We will confirm this one by the end of the decade, latest.
This one I liked. Not only does it have 8 eyes, and is a living fossil, and the largest bird ever to live, it also does mind control.
Mm-hmm.
He's sincere. He likes the audacity of it.
So that was the last anyone saw of it, so it's never been seen again. That was the last anyone saw?
Sadly, yes. But there are numerous reports of 8-eyed bird skulls from Il Mara. And then there's the striking resemblance to the Pericarnassian imperial eagle, an ancient heraldic symbol that is hard to pass off as coincidence. The imperial eagle, too, had 8 eyes.
Not really. It's just stylization. The way they drew eyes. It's not a zoological drawing.
Very, very hard.
This one's very famous. Everyone knows it. People will be looking at that tie on you and thinking, that man is into cryptids. So, what else do you want to know?